What is up, everybody? On the day before the eclipse, Friday we had an earthquake. Monday we're having an eclipse. What is going to happen next? Is it going to be an alien invasion? We don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, this is Monsta Core Arkade. And just in case there's an eclipse, we're going to hide in the basement. I mean, just in case there's some kind of crazy stuff going on Monday, we're going to hide in this basement. And I'm going to get the basement ready so we can at least have something to do. All right, I'm just joking. So anyway, it is Wrestlemania weekend. It is earthquake weekend. It's eclipse weekend. There's a lot going on this weekend. That's all I can say. There's a lot going on down this basement. So without me turning on the blaring light, I'm just going to give you an update of what I'm doing today. It's already late in the day because I slept late. Had a nice night last night with my Vikinga to celebrate her birthday. It was a late night though because of the way things go, but it was a nice night. So a little late start today. But anywho, there's no pressure. Everything is nice and relaxed. We'll be watching Wrestlemania later. And in honor of Wrestlemania, I'm going to try to figure out if I can get these two games working. 40 years of Wrestlemania. And me being probably watched every single one of them, 40 WrestleManias. It definitely shows how old I am. But I've enjoyed so many of those WrestleManias. Watching my favorite wrestlers like Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan too. Not going to say I don't like Hulk Hogan. But Ultimate Warrior was one of my favorites, and Goldberg, just so you know, that guy right there. The Ultimate. And I showed you a clip of the earthquake yesterday on my other video. John Tenta, who passed on, unfortunately. He got sick, something was wrong with him. He's actually a really great guy from what I saw. I saw in a documentary of his life and how long it took him to become a wrestler. And he was a sumo wrestler first, and he was just a big man. And he took on, he married a single mother that had a child and took that kid in on as his own. So not nothing I knew. I didn't know anything about this guy until I saw a documentary. It was really, like I said, it was really cool to see how awesome he was. And then when he got the push to be so big in wrestling, it was really great to see that, because I remember him very well. I remember he actually wrestled the Ultimate Warrior. I remember the Ultimate Warrior gave him a massive clothesline one time. The intro for this guy was off the wall too. It was like a big rumbling sound, and when he came in the ring, he'd jump up and down, and he was like 400 pounds, I think, close to it. So that guy really shook the ring. You could see the whole ring bouncing up and down when he came in. Very intimidating. So, all right. Anyway, getting back to the Arkade stiff. I didn't come down here the last couple of days because my kids came home on Thursday and they weren't feeling good, so I needed to make sure they were all right. And I did have work, so I didn't really do anything down here. Yesterday I had a party to go to, so I couldn't come down, and I forget what happened on Friday. I think just my daughter was sick, so I really wasn't into doing any game stuff at that point. She had the flu, but they're getting better now, thank God. So, and my son too, Jonathan. He had like, I guess, a 24-hour flu. But so where we're at right now is pretty good, because I told you in other videos that I had to turn on the water, and I did. I'll turn the light on. My little pull chain lights. I never hooked up all the lights to the same circuit, to the same wire to turn on the basement at the same time. So that's just something I just never got to. But anyway, the water is on outside. No leaks. Everything's good. Everything's the way it's supposed to be. So we're ready for the summer. I did move this mirror right over there, which, it sounds stupid, but it's not, because this is how the setup's going to be. Now I could actually move Independence Day. The only thing I wanted to do before I put anything back was to cut this pipe out and cap it. So that's what I'm probably going to do first, which I said the last time, because I need the clearance, like right here on Black Hole. If you can see down there with my back legs. I know this sounds kind of silly to talk about on a video about whatever, but it's not, because I'm planning, and I am getting watch time too. I'm very proud of that. Got over 2,200 watch hours right now, which is very important to reach that goal of 4,000 watch hours, if anybody knows what YouTube is. And you know, all that stuff. So I'm on the path and looking for more subscribers too. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to our channel, Monsta Arcade, and always hit that Cation bell, like my son Jack says. And whenever we put up another video, make sure you give it a like and watch it. Watch what we got going on, and give me some comments and tell me what you think about this and that. If you're interested in any of the games that I have, if you're in Staten Island or in Jersey or anywhere in the New York City area, or even if you want to ship it, you know, I am selling a bunch of games. It's time. And I actually went into I'm in the garage right now, so I'm going to do the video from the basement, and I'm going to continue in the garage and show you where I'm at in there. I know I'm like going, like moving back and forth and stuff like that, but it's nice outside right now, so I want to, you know, do it outside while it's not freezing, because it's been really, really, you know, cold out for the longest time, which is something I'm not really into anymore. I'm not really into the cold. When the time comes, we're probably not going to be living in New York anymore. We're going to try to move somewhere warmer, I think. But anyway. I did do a couple silly things that might not sound important, but they are. I had to fix this key door. I had to take the key lock out in Guns N' Roses, and it was I don't know what was going on with it, but I couldn't get it out. So I was afraid to, you know, do it too hard and break something on this game, because this game is worth quite a bit of money. So I was able to get that out, and I changed the key lock, and I actually have a key lock that is black, so it looks better on the game than the silver one. So I can't complain. I'm not mad about that. You know, I broke a key. The key was broke from moving around and stuff like that. What's this? Headphones. That little neat little thing right there. You can put headphones in this game. Huh. I didn't even know that. I'm going to show it to my girlfriend. She'll love that. So anyway, that was one little thing that needed to be done, because the door was wide open. Every time I would move games, I'm knocking the door, or if I move a game and I'm paying attention, I knock the door off or break the door, or, you know, bend it back. It's gonna mess things up. So that's something that needed to be done. Little things need to be done first before you do big things sometimes. And I'm able, you know, I'm glad that's finito. I do have a power supply here, and I have a bunch of them. So that's something I'm gonna go into in a little while with the WrestleFest, not WrestleFest, Wrestle and Superstars, and WrestleFest, to see what's going on. WrestleFest plays blind, and I got to look into that. I'm going to go in the garage right now, and I'm going to work on one of my little guys, Jack's, his favorite game, Hydro Thunder. So I'm definitely going to see if that's a power supply, but I'm going to do a little research first on YouTube and see if that's what I should change, if I should just change the whole thing out, which probably is time to. It's been probably a long time since that thing has been changed. What else got done over here? That was pretty good to do. Oh, one thing that I do recommend, if you do own pinball machines, you know, every time you move them, or even if you just, you know, whatever, you're doing just a walk around, tighten up the bolts, because a couple of these pinballs, the bolts are very loose. And when you move the games around, you know, you remove them without a pinball dolly, you know, the leg bolts get they get a little loose. So that's something you got to always do. Make sure they're tight, so the legs are fastened right to the cabinet, not playfield cabinet. I think I told you last time, you probably saw it, when I did the black hole, when I had it out, I put the pin cabs protectors in the back of them, and I was able to do it on the other side too. So that's something that I've been meaning to get to, and now that I was able to pull the game out, I was able to get back there without having to, you know, move around crazily and dig and climb and stuff like that. That was a quick little troubleshoot that needed to be done. So glad about that too. Silly little things, but they mean something. Trust me. One step at a time. There's me. There's my mirror. What's going on? You can see I'm wearing my Wrestlemania shirt. There you go. Not a WrestleMania. Walmart special. Walmart has good stuff, man. You can see who's in there. Two guys that aren't around anymore. Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior. But anyway, so like I said, this week has been a really wacky week. You know, a very real week of an earthquake that happened in this area, tri-state area, New York City, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, all felt a little bit. I felt it pretty hard. Very scary. Nothing happened, no damage, except for one or two houses in Newark, New Jersey. Their roofs, I think the house shifted. The whole entire house shifted, and they were on top of each other, like they leaned on each other or something like that. So that's nuts, you know. So those families' lives are changed. And we did have an aftershock too. It wasn't crazy intense, but we felt it. You know, it felt like the washing machine upstairs was going hard, and there was like a lot of clothes in there. And then when the house was shaking, it was an aftershock. It happened around 6:30, I think, 5:30 or 6:30, probably 6 or 7 hours right after the earthquake, because the earthquake happened around 10:30. I usually don't get up till about 12:30 because I work nights and I need to sleep. So that was something that call it, something that rocked us. All right, so anyway, here's another Wrestlemania thing I have found. My brother-in-law gave me this. Remember that guy, King Kong Bundy? He was another one, man. Big, massive guy. Giants of the world. What else can I tell you? Let me just get my head together before I get into it, because once I get in there, I'm going to probably set up the tripod and let it run while I do some inspecting inside the game and then messing around stuff. So, but I'm definitely looking forward to getting this set up down here. And just like I said, I'm trying to plan a little bit more before I move things back, because once I move them back, I'm not going to want to move it again. You know, and there's games that I have to do something with, like Tron. Inside Tron, there's a board that I have to dig out, so I have to take that out and ship it out, make sure I have everything right, or just take the board out and then see if I can get someone to fix it locally, because the last time I sent it out, it didn't really work out that well. I don't think anything I gave the guy I sent it to worked when I got it back. I don't know. And the guy's reputable too, so I'm not really sure what to say about that. Could be some other issues with the games, but I don't know. I'm not gonna tell right now. Live and learn, right? But all right, that's it for now. I'm gonna come back down here later, probably, or actually, what I'll do is I'll come down here and take a measurement of that pipe, make sure I have get the right stopper or plug. Probably a rubber gasket, I think, would do the trick. Would be just enough. And then I have to cut it back a certain amount of inches, but make sure I leave enough room so that when if someone does want to, or even me, if I want to do something with this in the future, you know, having a drain, I don't have to do too much, you know, to get to it. So like not to get to it, to make it a drain, because that was for a washer and dryer down here, but there's no use for a washer and dryer down here anymore. I have it upstairs. I don't need 2 washers and dryers in this house, only one. I know I'm rambling on, but I don't apologize either. If you don't want to listen, then, you know, go to another video. But I'm just doing this for some watch time, and I'm just showing you my progress. I'm just rambling. I really cannot wait to get this in order, and some of it's gonna happen today. All right, I'm gonna take you to the garage. Come with me, or should I say, walk this way. Shut these lights off. It's good to get things done. It's really good to get things accomplished. I feel like I need to take one of these upstairs too, so I'm gonna take one of them, just in case I need this power supply for a garage game. I don't know, should I show you anything over here? And the reason why a lot of things are moved is because I had to get a game out of here. In order for me to get the game out of here, I had to make way for this game. So that was something that's the reason why everything is like this. So understand that. And I'll show you this too. I opened up the back of the the Wrestling Superstars. And I'm going to say that power supply right there is the reason why it doesn't work. It looks very old. It looks very crappy. But you never know. You know, I'm not going to know until I try it. I should use a multimeter, but I don't have one. So I'm just going to probably change it and take it from there and leave it at that for the next time. But I have to get it from the other side, because this way it's definitely not so easy. I think this down here slides out. Like you pull it out from the front through the control panel, and I'm trying to think. I can't see it from in here. Let me see if I could like this. Use this camera for a reason right now. Is it latches in there? Let me see. I'll be dropping the game. Let's get a latch or something. Right? Can you see it? This game is so battered. I got this game in I can't even tell you what kind of a place this was. This was like up in the, I think the Pennsylvania area, and he had like a couple other games, but they were just in, they were in shambles. They were like in another room that was completely water damaged, and he had like a whole bunch of stuff, like just a bunch of crap to go through, and I found some good stuff. I found a bunch of billiard stuff and cue sticks and billiard balls and chalk and a bunch of stuff like that, which was, it was good to find. I do have a pool table down here, but this was one game I was able to grab, but I didn't pay. I don't think I paid more than $100 for it. I think I paid maybe $150 for everything I grabbed from this guy. So it was worth the trip. But this game is in bad shape. It needs definitely love, and I don't think I'm going to give it to it. We'll see what we do. But if it plays, that's all that matters to me right now. I mean, this thing is so crappy looking. But it's a Warrior. It's probably just needs that power supply and it'll go on. So that's the most important part. As long as it plays. I'm not a guy that makes these things mint because I just don't have the time. And when you put these things to the wall, you never see the other side. And I watch other guys like actually do the back of the board and make it perfect and all that stuff. I'm like, hey man, God bless. I'm not doing that. Not that I don't have the time, but I don't have the time, but I don't see it necessary to be doing anything with the back of the games. And even on the sides, I'm wall to wall with games, this side by side. You never see the side art, they're beautiful. Some of the side art in some of these games are just so beautiful, like Tron and a couple other games, like even Spy Hunter, just looking at it right here. It'd be beautiful to be able to walk by pinball machines, but you know what? When you have them, you put them side by side, you really can't see them. It's not hard to explain, but it's like, if you have games, you put them next to each other, and that's how it is. You go to an arcade, they pack them in there because they want to have as many games as possible so you can play them, right? I know some other arcades, they do, like they stagger pinballs I've seen, like they make them go forward so you can see the side art, which is cool. You could probably make it like into almost like a pyramid, like going up and then down, which is cool. But I just don't have that luxury in this place. This house is what it is. And it's not small. It's got a good sized basement here. I got two sides, which is probably a good solid, 2 rooms or 3 rooms if I really wanted to make it into, a bedroom down here too and a bathroom. But right now it's the game room, and that's the way we're living. This is definitely not the forever home. This is for the now home. So anyway, but I do want to enjoy everything while we're here. So need to get this thing going so the kids come down and enjoy. Get everything, put things back because I got a lot more space now that I got a lot of stuff out of here. And then once the pinball machines go back in order, underneath you could put a lot of stuff, and even on top of the arcades you could put stuff. So like that. All right, let me take you to the garage. Be right back. Well, not be right back. I'm going to pause it and go to the garage. So we are outside. This is the entrance to the garage arcade right here. As you can see, I like signs. It's fun to collect them and find them. And also license plates. Still need a couple to finish the collection of license plates. It's a PQ. I think we need Puerto Rico, right? So Puerto Rico goes here, even though I don't think it's a state. I did some Canada states too. Quebec and Panama and Canada, right? That's Saskatchewan. There's another S, right? So QR. Rhode Island we need. That's an easy one to get. I mean, Rhode Island right here. I think I have Rhode Island. All right, so let me show you the garage. All right, the garage. There I am again. There's another mirror, see? Got my mirrors. So, in order for me to turn the water on, going back to the water, I had to move games, right? Which, as you can see, I did. So I had to move these games, right? Move Hydro Thunder. Hydro Thunder goes against this wall. Fits perfectly the way it is. And I have to turn these valves. I have to turn these valves off. Well, not off, I have to shut them. Because if they're open, then when the water's on, it don't come out. So this water's full on, this water's full on, these valves are shut off. No water on the floor, which is great. And that's that. And as you can see, I did insulate almost the entire part of this garage, except that triangle right there, which I'm sure if I seen some other installations, I'll actually, you know what? When I get to it, I'll do it. I'm not doing it anytime soon. But my thing was when I had to turn the water on and I moved these games, I was gonna get to Hydro Thunder, which is what I'm going at right now. Here's my power supply right here, which I'm gonna guess it is. It plays blind, so that's something I'm not sure of. You know, I should test it with a multimeter and see what exactly is going on, but I'm not sure. I can't say it's the power supply. I'm gonna check it out, look in there first, and then see what it is. I'm definitely gonna look a little bit on YouTube, see what other guys think to do to see what the issue is. But yeah, I gotta get this game fired up. And then also, I'm going to do a couple things, not today, but this probably maybe tomorrow, the next day. Not during the Eclipse, but definitely another day. This is going. Definitely gonna put this up for sale. It's a redemption game, so someone might want it. Has a bill accepted too, and whatever. Yeah, this is going for sale. This is definitely not necessary in this lineup. I have a crane too, and I'm sure it's fun for the kids to do and stuff like that. But I think it's more fun for them to play actual games than this. But this has to go. It's not serving any purpose. And I have a crazy climber too. I'd like to put in here. So I gotta do some measurements. That's something I have to do first. I have to see if it actually will fit, because everything is really butted tight to the wall, like as much as you possibly. There's no clearance, like there is none. I have just enough to squeeze everything in, and that's where I'm at. So, all right, let me get this back open. Let me see what's going on with Hydro Thunder. You can see the back of the arcade is all just everything just pushed in here right now. There's a few games that have to go out as well. Donkey Kong is a 60-in-1 LCD monitor. So that's not working either. I did change the power supply on that. It didn't work. So I'm not sure what else is wrong with it. So that's something I have to look into too. But that's probably gonna go into the shed as well. I have some room to mess around in there. We'll take it as it goes. All right, that's my word. All right. Now some tea, some Tazo Passion Tea with no caffeine. That's something that I need, that I can't have any more for a while. Just gonna enjoy regular drinks. Cheers. How about a nice cup of tea? I'll just do another little walk around too, so you can see what else we got going on. Now these two right here, these actually three monsters. As you can see also, there's our logo. Okay, Monsta Core is our main YouTube channel. That's all about Halloween stuff, animatronics, and our Halloween haunt, and going to Spirit Halloween stores and Lowe's, Party City, Home Depot, Halloween City, and going to get cool animatronics. And that's our barcode. If you want a QR code, if you want to scan that, it'll take you to all of our media. We are 100% hardcore from New York. That's our updated logo. That's Monsta Core Racing. And that's everything to do with monster trucks, RCs, quads, Power Wheels, going to monster truck shows, this and that. So that right there is a Sega Afterburner Deluxe. And I'm sad to say that it's probably just not in good. I don't know. I can't say what kind of shape it's in, but it's been outside, so it's definitely been getting rain damaged. This is a Turbo Outrun cockpit, deluxe motion cockpit under here, but it's also been getting water damaged. This is a shuffle bowler, which is huge. So these guys are really humongous, and there's no room for these in my garage anymore and in the shed, so they're gonna have to go very soon. And I'm gonna take all these things off, look at them, see what I can do with them, and put them up for sale. All right, we're back in the garage. Cheers. Let's have a little bit more tea. It's definitely more fun to work on these games with some couple brews or some some ale, as my Sailor Vikingo calls it, some red vino. Helped me figure out what was going on with what demo machine was it? Elvira? And when I move this the Hydro Thunder, like on the side of it, there was like a critter dug down, and I think made a nest. So it's all good. And it's like I told you about this game. What's going on is it plays blind, so there's something wrong with the monitor. Could be just a fuse too, right? I mean, I really never looked into this game further than this. That just comes out. Screw in there too? Yep. This is totally a hardcore arcade. Very dusty in here. And we have bunnies. I don't know if you can see me directly. Maybe I should make the camera angle a little bit better so you can see me instead of looking at my half a head. And see how high up it is. Go like this a little bit, right? I could make it higher. Not much. Anyway, this as far as this video goes, it's not a very exciting video. It's a more relaxed hangout video. So, you know, don't expect much action yet. We're still in the process of setting up and organizing. But as I go, it's gonna fall into place, which is something that needs to happen. Anyway, I think I was just telling you. So there's a hole. You want to see what it looks like in here? I'll show you. That's a good idea to do too while I'm doing this is vacuum inside. See my Wrestlemania shirt? Alright, so I say alright a lot, right? Right? Alright. So there's a whole computer in this game. Right? That's a stack. I don't really know where to begin right now, so I'm going to put the plug in and I'm going to take it from there. But again, the monitor is not on. I didn't watch any YouTube videos on it yet. I'm going to probably get another phone and look at it while I hang out in here and let the video run. I'm hoping it's just a connection somewhere. I mean, nothing was done to this game to make it not work, so you know, I'm going to probably take out plugs, put the plugs back in before I do anything crazy. And even change this power supply, which I'm not even sure if it's the right one. I can't even see one in there where I'm looking. And it looked, I don't know how to get to it, honestly. Where's the power supply? Is there even a power supply down there? I don't see one. It has to be, right? It's like a difficult setup to work in here right now too because of my room. I don't have much. I know a lot of people might say, "Then make some room and sell some games." I am in the midst of that right now. Even I just told you I was going to sell this Lighthouse redemption machine. Move on. What definitely doesn't help is the weather. When it gets cold, a lot of things don't get done. A lot of things stop. What I want to do definitely in there is I want to get a flashlight going. So I'll move this camera back. You're gonna look at my back though, right? At least you can hear the birds, right? A little sound healing. Again, this is just a just getting watch time. Watch time video. Just stay with me if you want to hang out and just drink some beers on a lazy Sunday. I'm going to go dive into this game. Plug it in first. It's easier to get an extension. I'm doing right now. If you are still hanging out and watching me, listening, definitely leave some comments. Tell me what games you got. Tell me what games you're interested in getting. Tell me what your favorite games are. Tell me what games that I have that you want to buy, and we can make a deal. Before no power's on right now in the garage. Everything is off. Just want to see where the monitor, everything's going. This monitor. Gooseneck, right? Stupid. I just can't see why it went out. I mean, the weather is one of the reasons why. I could say it might have went out. But really, it didn't move. You know, it's been sitting in one spot, you know, for so long, and that's definitely not going to do anything. So it's like I really can't see anything being out. And there are some fuses there, right? Like I can look at right now, so I can see what's going on with those. Fuses, like the first thing you do is look at fuses, right? Here's a tab. The only wires that matter are these. Let's see where these go. This yellow one. Fly. I'm not gonna get bothered by flies. So now this fell out. Imagine it was that simple. There was just this little clip right here. It's easier, like when I work on these games in here, like to look inside. When I close the door and I use a flashlight, or just use the light that I have, because like when the sunlight comes in, it gives like a weird glare, where it doesn't. It's hard to see exactly what's going on. So this one right here is the power. It's one of the monitors. Let's put it in. Listen to the wind chimes. Another. Okay, that's another piece right there. Now, where's this go? I'm gonna 100% look at a YouTube video about this game and see what's going on. I'd love for it to be one of these fuses. That'd be so awesome. Hot. It's green, it's purple. Stuff right there. Where's that go to? I also don't want to ruin something by taking something off or messing something up by mistake and give myself more problems. And there actually is a H2O overdrive, which is like the second one of the Hydro Thunders, and I wanted to get that for my son, and the price is not too bad, but I was gonna try to trade for it or something like that, but it's local too. It'd be funny if there's a critter in here. That's the reason why. Ground for one thing. Very dusty. I feel like this is a farm. We have bunnies and a turtle and cats, birds everywhere. Mice crap in here too. It's not good. That was simple as taking that out. I don't know, right? I'm going to see a couple things. These three fuses over here, they don't look bad. I know it doesn't work, so it doesn't make sense to put it on, but I'm going to still put it on. See what happens. Let's see what happens. That's on. But I need to know what's going on with it. Let me go get my. I'm sorry for staying in front of the phone, the camera. You tell me what's going on there. How about that? I'll leave you with the game. I'm gonna get another phone and YouTube it quick, and I'll see what it is. We do have power. I mean, I know we have power. We don't have a monitor screen. All right, I'll be right back. Let it run. Get some watch time, y'all. I'm getting a chocolate egg too. Right back, guys and gals. Still here. I'm back. I want to show up Deal No Deal though. It's a little annoying. Not that one. I'm going to put these back on. Alright. So I'm looking at a guy. This old Arkade. I will subscribe to him. Let's see if he gives me some answers.
Inside the back of the machine here. This is the first of the Thunder series. I believe it's the first. It's Hydro Thunder, Arctic Thunder, and then Off-Road Thunder, which I've got an Off-Road Thunder next to me here. The computer, it's a PC. This one happens to say it was manufactured in February of 1999. So right now this is 2001. So it's almost 22 years old. You've got the power supply in the case here provides the 5 volts ground, 12 volts for the interface board, for all the lighting. There's a just kind of a power distribution box down on the bottom, but there's no separate power supply per se. You've got your I/O control here. This loops around and goes into the back of the interface board for the I/O control. You've got the RGB, the VGA connector, which provides the analog RGB. Through this cable, comes up over here, and then plugs into the front of the interface board, of which your standard RGB connector comes out, red, green, blue, brown, sync, and then power for your monitor. There's a ribbon cable that communicates from the interface board over here to the wheel controller board. This does your force feedback through the motor here, and then this is all very accessible.
Why not?
You've got the power supply in the case here provides the 5 volts ground, 12 volts for the interface board, for all the lighting. There's a just kind of a power distribution box down on the bottom, but there's no separate power supply per se. You've got your I/O control here. This loops around and goes into the back of the interface board for the I/O control.
This guy says all these terms.
You've
I don't know
got
what he's talking about.
RGB, the VGA connector, which provides the analog RGB. Through this cable, comes up over here, and then plugs into the front of the interface board, of which your standard RGB connector comes out, red, green, blue, ground, sync, and then power for your monitor.
Where's it go?
There's a ribbon cable that
mine's already in.
communicates from the interface board over here to the wheel controller board. This does your force feedback through the motor here, and then this is all very accessible with your belt and your pot. I suppose you could work on it from back here, but it's just as easy to unbolt the panel from the front and flip it down.
I don't see lights on over there on that board.
Work on it. And over
So that's
here
probably
you
not a good
have,
thing.
Stereo audio amplifier.
Shut.
This particular cabinet's also missing the bass speaker for the subwoofer in the seat. I've got a new subwoofer. We're going to install that as well. So let's get this monitor out.
I don't think I have a...
We're going to plug into this here, which is directly from out of the PC. We're going to see what that looks like before we do the GBS 8200 board. Stay tuned. Okay, so we've got it plugged in, got it up and operating, and this is a kind of a demonstration of why I want to try the GBS 8200 board. See these vertical lines that are going down. For some reason, I think the scan rates between what the computer outputs and what this inputs, it doesn't quite match up. So we're going to try that GBS 8200 and see if it'll clean that up and give it a smoother picture. So hang on while I pull out one of those boards and hook it up. Okay, now I've got this set up here with the GBS 8200, and you can see all of those vertical lines, they're gone. It's a nice smooth picture. I've got this set for the 1024 by 768 resolution on the GBS 8200 board, and it's going to be a nice looking picture. I still have to center it and adjust the brightness and everything, but I think I'll be real happy with that. I'll show you the setup I did for that board.
All right, so I mean, he's doing a whole bunch of other stuff. I just want this monitor to go on. I'm gonna do the easiest possible thing and see if one of these fuses is blown, which is my guess, because like I said, this game has nothing, really didn't have anything wrong with it. It played, wasn't moved, it was just in a cold garage. So let me take a look at these fuses right here. I mean, if I do a test on it, I could do a test on it, but I gotta take a picture because I need to know exactly what's the fuse anyway. So let me do that now. My magnifying glass of the phone, and I can open it up and expand it and see exactly what ampage the fuse is. I saw 250. No, it says 1 amp. 1 amp? 3 amp or 1 amp? Well, I do have those. I just gotta make sure they're slow blows. I'm almost positive they're slow blows. I am so unflexible. My girlfriend's a yoga instructor, and I have to like really start doing yoga again. And I have to get myself back in the gym, which I'm going to very soon. Just can't do it yet. I'd like to get things off my plate first before I start getting involved with that. But I also changed my schedule now, my shift, which is gonna give me a lot more time in the day to do things, and then just my sleep is gonna be a little bit different. But it's as long as I stay on the shift, midnight shift, and I get used to it again, and it kind of worked out for me really good last year when I was on it. And I did go back, see, I mean, you could see it on my phone, on the other phone, my son's phone, how clear it is. All right. So now I know what fuses those are. Just the middle one, I don't know what it is, but I mean, I'm not gonna, you know what, I'm gonna probably look for the sticker that probably fell. Or I'll just, I'll Google it, see if I can see that there's a sticker down there, which probably is. Simple. I have to look amongst the mice poop. Let's see one now. I like the easy way, I don't like the hard way. I don't know about you. And I just want these games to work, not into appearance of these games, because it's just not there yet. Maybe when I get older in life and I have a lot of time, which I'm not going to have, I'm going to be doing other things besides this. But I'll start restoring games and making them beautiful. Right now, no, that's not my goal. Right now is just to play them and enjoy them. Alright, I'm not gonna guess it is, I'm just gonna try it first. So I'm gonna change these two fuses anyway. So I need a 3 amp. That's what I see, it says snow blow. .250 volt, 11 amp. Okay, this is 1 amp and this is a 3 amp. And then the middle one, I don't know what it is. So I'm gonna have to Google that. Alright, let me go get a 1 amp and a 3 amp. You wanna come with me? Come take a walk. Come take a walk to the basement. It smells in this garage. It smells like cat crap. So I have an indoor outdoor cat that I just rescued, and it likes to crap in this garage, and that has to be taken care of. I could smell it. It's disgusting. Oh my god. Alright, going down the basement again. Like that sign, Fernwood? That was a great arcade in the Poconos. Now it's destroyed. Should I take that back down the basement? Yeah, for now. Sega. Alright, so I'm getting a 1 amp and a 3 amp fuse. Put this over there because I don't think it's a power supply, but I'm going to still do one little thing at a time. I had these out because I was trying to use them for the 1 amp on my first shot. That's a 1 amp. That was awesome. Alright, so that's a 1 amp and then I need a 3 amp. I have them in like in a row. These are all these are those. That's a 2 amp. And this is a 3 amp. Nope, it's still 2. Right. Nope, 6 1/4 amp. Not even close to a 3. There's a 5, right? It's 5. 7. I usually have them like all in a row, like lined up together. It's just been very chaotic and I haven't been able to get organized the way I want to. 7 7 3/4 4. Right, there's my 3. Right, so I got this one. I'm gonna use this one too. Get this one out of the way. This is a slow blow, right? All right, so I'm gonna use this one first. Only 2 more left in these. All right, I'm gonna put them in one pocket. All right, so I'm gonna put the left pocket. I'm gonna put the 1. In the right pocket, I'm gonna put the 3. Hour video right now. You're still watching, man. Oof, I love you. Oh, that's a stupid word. I don't love you, but I should say, what's a good way to say it? Oh yeah. Alright, there we go with that. Put this back in there. That's a 1 and 3, and then I gotta look up the other ones. I mean, I'd love for it to just to work right now by just changing the 1 and the 3, and that's the end of it. There's actually 2 fuses in there, so I'm gonna put that in there, and then that's into that. Get one last bag of stuff. Doing this with you in my hanging out with me, right? Hang out there 1 second. My Monsta Arkade sticker. You help me get organized right now a little bit more by getting rid of 1 more bag. Putting the fuses in the bag where they belong. So that's that. Yes. More organization. Love it. 1 bag gone. I've had this bag for a while. And it's time to say goodbye. And I'm going to recycle it too for jacks. Alright, so I have a screwdriver in there, a little flathead I can do that with quick. Imagine that's the simple troubleshoot. There you go, Mark. May as well keep walking with me. Just gonna recycle this. Jax, that's for you, kid. Recycle. I'll show that to you too. Remember I was telling you about how to put my water on? So these pipes were off because we just take them off so they don't blow from water. These are very old pipes. They're crappy. And when I attempted to put them in, I cracked one and then Jonathan cracked another one because they're just shot. I mean, they're outdoor pipes and it's just a pain in the neck to go now to go find the freaking pieces I need, but I need to just get two lengths. Like this one and I think this one over here. Yeah, that one. So I just get two lengths, whatever. It is what it is. But the water's on. Did a nice little barbecue today too. I'm not doing a fire, not until Jax is back and Vanessa's not falling asleep. She had a long night last night. Her birthday party. Alright, so I gotta shut this off when I change the fuses. So let me just shut this guy down. Or gal. And I'm just gonna pull the plug out. I can't say it again, man. I mean, it stinks so bad in here. My God. Oh, I'm not leaving this door open anymore for the cats. My cat just care about him, man. I don't want to, took care of him, took him in, but he's really, really pushing it. So we'll do the top one first. That's the one. Power's out, right? Okay, so the top one is a 1. I know I could just test them with a fuse tester, but I'm still going to change the fuses because I haven't been in here for so long. And let me put the light on. They could be changed. All right, so he says the top one is a 1, right? Top is 1. Let's make sure. No, the top is a 3. Okay, so let me put the 3 in. 3 is in my right pocket, right? Okay. Make sure it's plugged in all the way. Make sure I drop the phone. The bottom one's a 1. Bottom looks good too, but I'm still going to change it. My terminated 2 downstairs, man, I thought there was something really wrong with it, and it was just turned out to be a fuse. And the tech changed it for me, which was fine. But he did some other stuff, and it's like he spent so much time on nothing, and I was like, and it costs money, it's like I don't know how much they were charging an hour. I was like, trying to get the most out of it. All right. I still would like to change that other fuse in the middle, and I'm gonna Google it right now and see what it is, but I'm still gonna turn the game on and see if it fires up. But I can't see the fuse being more than a 2, 1, or a 3. And that fuse it doesn't even look like it's a good fuse. It looks like it's bent. Which stinks. The 3. I don't know. Alright, I'm just gonna try to fire up anyway and see what happens. Maybe it'll go on. I'll use the I'll tell you right now, if there was a tech in here and he was in his garage, he'd throwing up. That's how disgusting it smells. Freaking cat crapped in my room last night too. So gonna have to get up, figure what to do here. Let's see if we get lucky. Still plays blind, so I want to make sure it's still running. So there's the front. Maybe press this button, it goes on. All right, this one. That's the power first. All right, so I got no power still. I'm gonna do more research on this game too and see why the monitor crapped out. Should start. Not yet. We got Simpsons. Simpson, Homer James Simpson. I think I have the manual too, but let's Google it. Just looking up for the fuse. Fuse diagram, hydro done arcade. Okay, let's see what that is. It comes up. Monitor remote control board. What the heck is that? Let me just see if this thing plays blind right now. Right now it's still working. Hydro Thunder. No, it's not. real simple. Some of those fuse things are not the answer. The bells are westerly. I'm still looking up for the fuses if you're still with me. It's taking a while on this schematic. Now, it doesn't play blind, so I'm going to say that there's something else alright with this thing. Weird sound. Just from shutting that thing off. Computer, the processor, right? Now I'm thinking it could be a power supply. But to get to the power supply, I don't even, he said that there wasn't a power supply. Or he said it's inside, all the way down there. I'll take this whole thing off. Oh man. I'm not really in the mood to operate today. I recommend everybody out there that has kids to get your kids into stuff like this, like early in life, so that they learn and grow with it. Be a mechanic and be anything to do with that kind of stuff. Even if they don't do it for a living, just do it so they know to take care of their own stuff and fix their own things. I'm a little older now to be learning stuff like this, but I'm still gonna try. I'm still gonna learn Google like that. But our kid's mind is a sponge, so everything that they learn really stays with them. Like my son right now, he's very into mechanical stuff, animatronics and this and that, so he's definitely one that's going to do good with this. So we got, is there a fuse right here? New. I gotta call Jax too in a few. 7 o'clock. Should be able to talk to him every day at any time. He can call me, but that has to be modified. That's another thing I do. It's telling me, there's also saying VGM startup. So no audio, no illumination, no video display. Open fuse. Look at that. Turn off VGM power. Examine AC fuse on power chassis on the computer. Examine DC fuses on cabinet wall or electronic equipment shelf. Replace faulty fuses with identically related parts. Turn on VGM power. If fuse opens again, check DC wiring harness and connectors. Interesting. So it told me definitely check the fuses. It says an open fuse. So an open fuse means a blown fuse. Is that what that means? But he said there's something underneath here too. But I don't think that's this one. I don't think it at all. But I'm gonna change that fuse too. But I think that's the main power of the whole game. It's so hard to bend down like that, man. My knees are killing me. Location of power supply. Where is that? Right there. So under there is a power supply. Oh man, I need to. I need to get this game out of here. Have more room to work with this thing, honestly. Let me press pause. Let me make a few moves here. All right, it's a nice video though. Nice long video. All right, so my eyes are bad, but my son's eyes are good. So he looked at the middle fuse and it said 1 amp. So I changed it with a brand new 1 amp fuse. All these fuses are changed now. So I mean, they probably weren't bad. And I'm gonna put the other ones that I took out into the to my other fuses and just hold on to them to see what happens. But I'm gonna turn it on. I think I have to turn the power on too. I'm gonna wrap up the video. Let's see if this is the right one. I forget. No. This one. Now, see, one more time. I'm just gonna show over here. A super punch out is playing in the background. So this board has no power. So that is a sure sign that there is no power. That means that something is going on somewhere. So I'm gonna do a little bit more troubleshooting. I'm going to see why there's no power going to that, and it has to do probably with these guys, right? Because those are, I think, sound, more or less. I think that's what I just changed. Anyway, no, this is going down. Yeah, that's sound. But the rest of it, those lights right there should be on, so that's definitely showing me that there's something going on with the power. I have power over here on that board, and I have, seems to be power. Yeah, there's power on this board too. It's not really bright, but it's red, dead red. And I'm gonna do a little bit more research to see how to take this thing off. I don't want to take this whole thing off, but I think I have to. Let's see if there is a power supply to this game. Can't be in here, right? Can it? Do that quick. I really need more room to work in this game though. This is really, really tight. Is that my power supply right there? I might want to change that fuse too. Even though the main game is on. But I'm still going to pull it out right now just because it's easy. And then take it from there. I'm going to pull the plug out too. Just in case. Let's see what fuse this is. I don't think that's it either though, honestly. I think it's something else. Could be it. You never know. There's not even a fuse in there. What the heck is going on with that? That's weird. That can't be. No. What? That doesn't make any sense. How can there not be a fuse in there? It's gotta be stuck down there. That totally makes no sense. I have to see what the fuse. Did I lose you? No. Let me see. Let's see. Whoa. Extreme close up. Right there, right? Get the 4 amp, right? There really is no fuse in there. That doesn't make any sense. This thing was working all this time. I never took the back out. That doesn't make no sense. This whole thing was bypassed then? Patience, patience. Don't lose your patience, right? This is a long video, so what I'm going to do is at 1316, I'm going to end the video. I'm going to post it, and then I'll see what I do next for the rest of this evening of WrestleMania weekend. Let me pause it first. See if I can at least put this fuse in. Be right back. All right. One thing I just did was I was able to move Baby Pac-Man and then Spyro into 2 like this, so now I can actually work better. I could actually sit down on something and get in there. So let me delve into that. Let me first see if I could put a 4 amp fuse in there, which I don't understand why it would be taken out. There's no way that has anything to do with anything. No chance. Never took it out.